Hello guys, Aaron from houseofholly.com, and I would like to officially welcome you into the wild. This is our campground. We set up here for the night, our campsite here in the Drew, Melody, help me out one more time with it.
Drew Barner,
thank you. I keep mispronouncing that. Drew Barner Campground in the El Dorado National Forest. This is our second day since we've gone back on the road here in 2017, and it's been a very interesting adventure so far. We left yesterday having a campsite specifically picked out, that it was open, set to go. We went to it, and we found out it was closed. Lots of gates shut off, couldn't get into them. This happened at least, I want to say at least 3 or 4 campsites we went across until eventually found a place to stay at last night. It was called Sand Flats Campground. Had a beautiful river running next to it. Being in California right now, speaking of the river, is with the water and everything, it's kind of an interesting time that I've got to experience in my state in a long time, where there's no drought going on. So you've got water flows flowing and high rivers coming and snow melt happening. So very vibrant, very alive in California right now. Anyway, we're making dinner here for the evening. We got a veritable smorgasbord. We got a mixture of some beef stew. Or no, sorry, vegetable stew. And then we got some steak and roasted potatoes mixed with some beef chunks. You're like, Aaron, what happened to your can? Did a bear attack it? No. Today is about, this video's theme is about best laid plans that don't really work out well. Go out, try to find a campground. You show up and you're like, oh my God, all the campgrounds are closed. They'll be open 10 days from now. So we have to strangle, trying to find a place to stay. We get our soup dinner for the night. We get our things set up. Discover I don't have a can opener. This is like the most comic, classic camping kind of setup with, tons of food, but nothing to open with. So this is what happens when you have to open some food with that. This is what you get. So couldn't find a campground, couldn't find a can opener, but yet we endure. Things are going pretty good in spite of this. We got a nice campfire set up. Melody did this. If you guys know or not, but basically Melody makes all the fires in our family as far as like for camping and things like that. I'm taking her classes. I'm learning to be more proficient at what I'm doing, but she really is the fire starting master. She started like, I don't know, like your first try.
Well, it was easy. We had lots of good forest stuff that the rangers said we could use.
If you notice, I don't know if you can really tell in our campsite, we got a nice kind of secluded back spot, but a lot of the campground, as you say, is in the middle of being prepped. Our next spot, yeah, that over there, you can really see all they're cleaning up the debris and the fallen branches and all the plants that have grown over the winter. So this is what a campground looks like before it's really been that last moment being spruced up. It also means they haven't got the water fixed yet, so we can feed our dog water and horses can drink water, we can do dishes in water, but humans apparently cannot drink the water based on their standards. So
Grimbo's not drinking that.
We're not really touching the water. We have our own water, so we're good in that way. So as a result of that, camping here, $8 normally, very affordable by California standards in national forest. Only $4 right now because you don't have anything to drink. But again, we're okay, full-time nomads. We got 10 gallons of water we're traveling with, so we're perfectly good in that way. They do have bathrooms, but they didn't really have toilet paper. So it's about those best plans you make, and then certain details get missed. So they didn't have any toilet paper. Again, it's okay. We have these sort of things.
There's a flush toilet way on a mile or
there's a flush toilet
mile
on another side of the campground that we tried to get, but some dude stole our spot. So we got this better spot away from that. We're fine. Flush toilets are for the fancy house living people. We're okay. We're in the woods. We just spend a little time in the bathroom as possible. What it means you don't spend time in the bathroom, you spend time in nature, because that's what you do in a vaulted toilet. You don't go in there any second longer you need to. Anyway, so this has been our campground we've got set up. It's been a kind of a hectic couple days of traveling. We went up and down a mountain today. Today we tried to find like 3 camps before we found this one. We called park rangers. We're like, hey, look, here's the deal. We want to go find a place to stay. $10 or less would be preferable. Something in the 3,000 feet elevation, in this neighborhood. They recommended this one and another one. We drove to check it out.
The other one
had to drive this really beautiful but steep, narrow road to get up it. And we're thinking, well, this is going to be absolutely amazing. And then we get to the top of the thing and stopped. Snow. Complete road, covered in snow. Could not, it took us like a minute just to turn the car back around on this narrow road on, 6,000 feet elevation to turn back around and head back down with no campsite. So again, make a plan. You just do the best of what you kind of give, and you make you make do. That's what this video is. It's about making do. You don't have a can opener, you find an old pocket knife and poke it open. You don't have a campsite here, you keep traveling someplace else. We're going to close the video on the guy who's having the hardest adjustment back in nomadic life, Mr. Grimlock here. He would rather be back at Grandma's house. He'd rather be having snacks and his own little bed and no bugs and not having to stay in a box in the car. So we don't talk a lot about that Grimbo, but he is kind of the reluctant member of our travel party. He does pretty well, but give him a week or so, he'll readjust back in this. But right now, he's not having too much fun. All right, Grimbo, you want to say anything to these nice people? Go to Patreon. To go to Patreon, it should help us, become a donor, become a patron, help us make this book. That's what Grimlock says. Go to housefile.com, buy some shirts. Oh, Melody has something.
Show them the bear box. Like.
Okay, for you guys who don't know what a bear box is, because this term is not familiar to everybody, a bear box is a large steel container that is usually available in most campgrounds that may or may not have bears in them. Usually most do. So, but I say may or may not have bears. Most campgrounds will have bears. You may or may not have a bear box in California. There was only a couple ones around here that had them, so that's one reason we snagged this camp spot. You put your food, all your stuff inside here, and basically when you lock it up, a bear can get into it, and that's what a bear box is. It's the name does not bear the lead on it. But the part I want to show you, we thought was cool. We found some interesting things in bear boxes throughout the years in our travels. This one came with toys.
Ooh.
And you can tell.
Is it a whale or a shark?
That's a shark.
Whale shark?
You can see a little spot. It's been here for a little bit too. And then there's a race car. So, just kind of a random, you come, you travel all day, you find a place to finally set up, you have to rip open a metal can to get your food, but then you got a campsite that comes with toys. Your day's not that bad. This is Aaron from House of Haha. Go to our Patreon page, check us out for our video, become a contributor, help us be a part of our journey. Let Melody and I make beautiful artwork about places like this that will send you once a month to become a contributor towards us. And as always, have a reasonable day.